Hi there, next few lamps put up on show. We got from America a bug lamp. These, you see, were a yellowy colour. It's the 100 watt GE. It's got a nice etch on that, very, very clear. Now I got the variac up. We can give a demonstration. Remember, this is 110 volts, so we won't wind it all the way round. I'll leave it at that. It could go a bit more, but the idea of these lamps were to have them outside in a fitting attached to a porch, the doorway or somewhere, where they would attract bugs. Assumingly that's what they would do. Typical bug light, 120 volts, 100 watt, American. Being coloured, they do get quite warm. So I'll whip that one out. Up next, we've got a special lamp from Philips. This is from a friend in Holland. I'm getting the right one now. This is the box it came in. Bowl reflector lamp, 60 watt. It's got the voltage on there. And we got the lamp. There's no etch on the bulb. Yes, there is. Alright, always show the etch if it's on there, and it is on this case. Very clear. Very clear etch. Variac's on 0. This is 240 volts, so you can see it's the top part doesn't let any light through at all. You've got a normal filament in there. Wind it up brighter. I won't put the full brightness on there. These would go into fittings which you didn't want to have the light facing downwards. You would push it up to perhaps a reflector or something of that type. Anyway, that was the Philips. Let's drop that down. Unfortunately, these do get very hot. This is no exception. Here we have a daylight. Once again, good etch. It shows up without the reflector of that other light. I think it's showing up. Another lamp from the same gentleman in Holland. Always check the variacs down to 0. You never know when you're going to put a lamp in that is of the wrong voltage. You could blow it out. This is the mains one. And you can see we slowly light the filament up. Once again, I won't put it on full brilliance. The idea of these daylight lamps were, as the name suggests, they're often used in reading lights draftsman lights that they'd have on their bench, similar to that lamp I showed yesterday. The angle poise, they often would use this type of lamp. Several makers made them, but this one example was by Philips. Coil filament, and I would say he's never been used. Turning him off. See, a variac is very good. You show the voltage down to quite low. Alright, it's just still showing. Safest way of showing these lamps, you wind them up slowly so there's no stress on the actual filament. Now we've got a mushroom with a quartz halogen inside it. Any name, let me see. Yes, there's a name there. Most of Philips stuff is invariably always named. It's not very clear, but hoping it's showing up on the camera. And pop him in. We've got the box for this one. There we are. 15% more light. Krypton bright they call it. 60 watt. Shows the exact lamp. I don't know if these are made still. I don't think they are. On the energy it's on D, which is not good, but I suppose not bad. Let's have a little look at it, what it looks like a light. I can see the filament, and I would say this has had no use whatsoever. Brand new. I won't turn it on full brightness. If it's on full brightness it won't show up on the from the camera. Well, quartz halogen filament. Turn him off. Up next we got a mystery. I won't even put it on. There's what it's got on the name round it. Philips 220 230 volt 75 watt with the hammer depicting that it's a rough service type lamp. Now it's called a black light, no light at all really. It's completely coated with black. It would obviously give heat out. I think it's probably used in photography for a certain type of photography film which relies on heat rather than light. It does work because a little scratch at the top, and you stay down there. Yeah, you stay down there. It is a worker, but as I say, I'm pretty sure it's used in the photography industry. If anyone knows about this, let us know. I always like to know these things. We might have a visitor coming over in a minute, I don't know. Now another, this would not be a bug lamp. I know it might be the same colour, but it's a 15 watt lamp. It's probably fancy lamp that they have at Christmas time or parties, party light. 230, 15 watts, it's not very bright. Let's light him up. And see, it's not that bright, but for an outside light, the day at night time, with other lamps of different colours, probably quite nice. Got a nice etch on there as well. There's the lamp side view. That won't have got very hot, I wouldn't have thought. No. The filament is what I would call a rough service type filament. It's a zigzag up and down. Because these my lamp in use could easily be caught in the wind and get knocked about, so it has to be a fairly rugged filament. Up next we've got a bit of a mystery. Well, I say a mystery, I think it's probably a UV lamp. Well, it's one that's got a type of woods glass. When I say woods glass, the correct woods glass would definitely give you UV light, ultraviolet. I can put this one in. There's no voltage on it, so I'm assuming there's something written there, but I don't think it'll even show up on the video. But I've set the thing to 0, the variac. Double checking it's on 0. So we'll slowly light it up. If it's a worker, that is. Well, and tell instantly that it's giving off quite a bit of heat, and I would say that is UV light as well. That would be 240 volt. There's the actual light. As I say, it's not good to look at for too long. UV light can be a bit dangerous. Look at it through glass or something like that. It has to be glass. Put a jam jar over the lamp and then view it. So many of these lamps are about where people don't realise this. They don't do the eyes any good either. So I'm going to turn it off virtually now and just talk about it. I can't touch the lamp. It's been on that short time and it gets very hot. Because it's a black glass, or a woods glass as it's called, it allows the UV to pass through but doesn't allow anything else, so it's UV, and of course because of that it produces a lot of heat. So these were more or less party type lamps where people would wear clothes which fluoresce in this type of light. You can get it in fluorescent tubes as well. Also in a mercury vapour type lamp, I've got one somewhere upstairs I think, which is very, very dim, but it's once again it's got this woods glass or similar I don't know the maker of this one. I would assume it's possibly Philips, as it came from Holland. Obviously well made, and I can show it again. I don't look direct at the filament. It's a single coil, rather interesting. A lot of these were produced which weren't UV. They made out they were, but when you looked at it through something white or detergent powder, it was blatantly obvious they were not UV. Anyway, I'm going to put a last one up in this little batch. I've seen this one before. I hope I don't blow the variac out. Always check there's no juice on. This lamp is 110 volts. I don't know whether it's a normal lamp. It's not even lighting up. Yeah, I think it probably is one of those. I've got it set on, well, that's set on 110 volts. I don't know, it could be a photo flood. I'm not going to burn it at full power. On the other hand, it might not be. It's possibly 200 watts. I've got no information at all about it. I've showed this earlier on one of the previous videos. Quite a nice shaped lamp. It's got the old the long tube, typical American type. But in case it is a photo flood, I will not leave it on too long. So we'll whip it out. It gets pretty hot as well. So if anyone can help me out on that one, there's the lamp itself. Is it a normal daylight or a photo flood? Anyway, the last example is one I can't, well, I probably can show it alight. No, I'm not going to chance it. Unfortunately, I haven't got I haven't arranged to have an adapter that converts it to a small Edison. And just in case I short it out, I'm not going to hold it in the base. Simple reflector. Nothing what I would say is unusual about it. The company that made it, or the name that's on it, is alight. There's its box, alight. This came from Holland as well. 40 watt reflector, blue, and the voltage 220 to 230. And to double make it blue, there's even a blue sticker on there to say it's blue. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Hopefully by using a variac and seeing the lamps and light has helped. I've got more to put up, but I don't want to send you all to sleep just at this time. So once again, thanks for watching. Any questions, please make, and like, subscribe, all the things you do on YouTube. Thanks again. Thank you.